Hello there, everybody, and today for Batman the Animated Series, this is technically the last episode for the original run before it got changed to the new Batman Adventures, The Lion and the Unicorn. But because I'm reviewing this show in the Blu-ray order, this is technically one of the episodes before the last episode, since there's only 8 episodes left after this one. But this episode is all about Alfred. He goes back to England to visit his cousin who is endangered from Red Claw and her gang. And this episode is definitely a good one because it explores Alfred's backstory a little bit, as we don't really see much about Alfred's backstory in the DCAU. We basically have the story of Alfred throughout this show, but the only time we ever do see Alfred's backstory was probably in that Pennyworth show. I've never seen it, but if you've seen it, let me know. But apparently that show takes place in the same universe as Gotham. That's for what they say. Probably not. I'm not sure. But this episode was definitely a good one for sure. I liked how it explored different atmospheres than the usual Gotham City. We see Batman and Robin visit England. It even starts off with Robin doing some gymnastics with Batman going on his next mission. But they get a note from Alfred after he gets a call from his cousin that he goes back to England. But they get jumped by Red Claw's goons. And he calls Bruce. And Batman decides to don the costume with Robin. And they take the Batwing all the way to London. And we see Red Claw is apparently trying to get access to some money by stealing a nuclear weapon that she's going to threaten to blow up London with if she doesn't get this money. But the only way to unlock this weapon is to use some password that only Alfred and his cousin know. And they refuse to give it up, but they get hit with True Serum, and they end up revealing what it is. And the missile ends up getting launched, but of course Batman and Robin are able to come in there and save the day. But they take down the goons as best they can. They even stealthily take them down. But eventually Robin's able to bump into one of the goons, and he's saved by a freed Alfred, of course. But Batman manages to sneak onto the Batwing, and he's ready to take out the bomb. But he gets jumped by Red Claw, and he actually gets unmasked. But she's unable to see his face as he launches the parachute and the objection to one of the seats. And she ends up falling in the ocean. But of course, Batman's able to stop the missile, saves the day. Alfred goes back to Gotham, says goodbye to his cousin. But this episode was definitely interesting for sure. Probably my only issue with it is I wish we could have maybe saw a flashback of Alfred when in his younger days. I feel like that would have been interesting to explore, as Alfred's backstory has always interested me. A man who always been a butler, but he's also been an actor, a stage actor for Broadway, to becoming the faithful butler to the Waynes. That's what I always wanted to see. Maybe if I've seen the Pennyworth show, it would maybe explore stuff like that, for sure. But we also got Red Claw in this episode, as I mentioned. She's alright in this episode. Not as good as her appearance in the Cat and Claw episode. I think that was her first appearance in the show. That was technically the first episode to ever air, when the show was airing out of order, when they were just airing random episodes. But her appearance was alright. It was interesting to see a different villain than the usual Batman's Rogues Gallery. I think this is her last ever appearance in the DCAU. I have no clue if she appeared in any of the Batman Adventures comics. I don't think she ever returned in the new Batman Adventures. Maybe they had plans for her to show up again, but I guess they just didn't have time to have her in another story, for sure. But it was actually interesting to see Batman without his mask in this episode. he's able to take out the missile without it. But I'm always fascinated when characters get unmasked, just like when Batgirl got unmasked by that dude in the Shadow of the Bat episode. But the next episode, I think, is a Two-Faced episode or a Harley Quinn episode. I'll have to look and see, since there's only 8 episodes left. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.